Hello there, welcome to my channel. This is a speed build video and I wanted to do university housing, mostly because this is for my own personal gain. I am going to be playing university hopefully for my current household. I actually may be live streaming it by the time this video comes out. I don't know. I may have already live streamed it also. I have no idea what my schedule is going to be with this, but nonetheless, I really wanted to build a 2-bedroom university house, and I decided on doing single beds in each room, kind of the idea for roommates. Maybe there's two friends who decide to go to university together and they decide to split the rent and live in the same university house. And I felt like I would maybe do something like that. And yeah, I don't know. I do 2 different personalities for it and I think it comes out pretty cute. I did play test this, I'll say that. I know that's very important because the bedrooms are quite not spacious. So what's the opposite of that? Small. I'm sorry, it's the morning and I'm only just starting to drink my coffee as I'm recording this, so my thoughts may take a minute to come to me, but anyway, so I do one personality is more for an artist, and then the other one is for one who's into medical or science, and it could always be changed if you do download this, but it felt right when I was building it. I liked the idea for both of those different personalities. The kitchen, I would say, in the living room are the most spacious parts of this house, and then there is one bathroom, but the bathroom is very spacious. I think it's 3 to 4 tile, I think it's a 4x2 tiled room, so it has a lot of space in it for everything. And yeah, I had fun building this. I try to go light on the outside shrubbery and stuff like that. I do add a little driveway for one car, and then I also add in a very tiny, I was debating if I wanted to try to do a garage driveway, but I felt like it didn't fit well on this lot size, so I went instead with a tiny shed instead. They converted into a little hangout room, you know what I mean, maybe for parties and things like that. So yeah, I wasn't sure when I was building it, but I think I ended up figuring it out, and I had fun building this. I made sure to do a lot of decorating for the university part of this because I wanted to show that this is a house specifically for university and that there is a lot of decor and things like that, letting you know that these are university students. There's a lot of school pride and all those things, all that crap. And yeah, but I think it comes out cute and I think it's cozy. It's definitely spacious enough for them to have, some keg parties and stuff like that if your Sims are those type of Sims. And there's also a lot of space, I would say, for just nice walking around, routing, and just nice areas for relaxation, studying. I do put computer desks in both of the rooms, and I tested in both the rooms with the sim, and the seating and the bedding is all routable, so they were able to use everything. I will say for the science sim styled bedroom, I don't know if the desk is functional, but I don't think that should be a problem in terms of if you want them to have a laptop, because the kitchen table in this house is a 4-seater or a 6-seater table, so there's plenty of space if your sim wants to use their laptop somewhere. But I just wanted to put that out there because I kind of put decor over functionality as a priority. I'm so sorry. I know I don't like being those kind of builders, but for this, with that in particular, I just really wanted to put that object. I never used the object that I put on the desk, so I kind of was well, I'm gonna do it. And yeah, I do use this mod. It's a tool decorator mod by, I think the name is Ometapixel. So I will say that I think it doesn't change when you plop it down. I don't think you need the mod in your game for it to keep the objects where they were. I don't think it functions like the little pedestal type of mod, so I think it should be fine. In terms of placement for everything, it should just stay where it was when I built it. But I will preface this. I did mention this on my social platforms on YouTube and Blue Sky, and I think also Tumblr. But if you haven't seen any of that, any of those posts, I am most likely not going to be sharing my package file version of these builds on SimFile Share as of late, because there's been so much issues with uploading, and it's actually been functional. I haven't been able to get it to upload anything for me. I've been having a lot of trouble downloading stuff, but it's literally not even possible to upload my own builds. It won't let me. So I made a free Patreon page. There will be a link in the video description, of course, with the Patreon link, and also for the upload version on the Sims 3 Exchange. I'll probably do that as well, just to have a backup of it. But yeah, I just wanted to let anyone know who's watching this, just in case they weren't aware of the information already. if you do actually have like a Patreon account as well, go ahead and become like a free member of my page if you want to, because it will just like notify you when I do uploads too. Like it's like I said, it's free, so there's no cost to it. It's just like in case, and I do make them public downloads, so you don't actually have to be a like free member in order to download my stuff. But if you want to be notified when I upload and you don't watch YouTube and you didn't see that like a video that I've done for it, you'll at least like know when I have a build up, basically. So just something I wanted to put out there just in case, if it's like an easier way to like know when I make a build. But yeah, sorry, I had to take a sip of my coffee. I kind of instinctively did it. I forgot that I was recording when I did that. I apologize. But wow, this is good coffee. Okay. Anyway, so he takes another sip. So I'm just like doing cluttering and stuff like that in this portion of the video. I do end up changing the blinds for the window situation. I was using the decorator mod that I mentioned, and I was able to maneuver them down because I don't know what those particular like window blinds are supposed to be for in The Sims 3. They literally don't fit any window I've ever used. They look ridiculous. They like clash in with it. I think if you see, I think this is it right here, the clip, but I was able to maneuver them downward a bit, and that way they actually fit perfectly in those windows. But it's so interesting to me that without that mod, they don't fit properly. They look ridiculous because they go on top instead of being embedded in it, right? So I never understood like how the Sims team did that, and they just never fixed it. Like they're like the base game ones and they just look ridiculous. Maybe I'm wrong, like let me know. Is there a particular window they actually look good with and they work properly on? Because I've never found one in the game where they work well with. But anyway, I digress. That's just one little nitpick I have with those because those are really good base game blinds and it's hard to use them without this mod. But anyway, I'm doing the kitchen, and like I said, the kitchen's like one of the most spacious rooms in this house. I figured it would be like, kind of a requirement because if they do have like roommates, they have a party, things like that, this would be a good spot for them to, do their homework, use their laptop, make meals, have coffee if they want, maybe have like friends over. If they have a party, if there's like space in there, you could throw a keg in there when they have a party and stuff like that. Stuff like that. I wanted to do slightly lighter colors, and I didn't go with too much vibrancy because I just throw in some of like the mascot stuff from the game for like the university pack. So I didn't want it to be too like, I don't know, I don't want to be too vibrant, like it's meant to be like a temporary house, so it's not like they do a bunch of interior decorating. The Sims, like they know that this is only going to be temporary while they're going to university. So, like you don't always fully decorate a university like housing. Like you don't go all out with like the color scheme and like patterns, like you just kind of get what's affordable and like what maybe is cute, but but what's like on a budget and things like that, or just like what the first thing you see that you need, you know what I mean? Or what your family like bought you or something. So I wanted to go with that. But I do add in some decor though. I think it looks quite cozy. And I do add in the living room. I wanted to make sure that there was enough for like, like reading and space for them to hang out. And then like I put in that stereo in case they have parties. And I did want there to be like routing and space and stuff for Sims to move around, but it to still feel full and like a used space. So that's why I throw in those chairs. I never use that first chair with the like the crates. I rarely use those from like the Sims University pack, but they're actually a really cute set. Like the couch and the chair. The chair is cuter, but I actually really like it. I'm glad that I like remembered to use it. Okay, so I was doing the so I did the artist room, and then I do, like I said, the like science interest sim, and I made it where they're kind of into computers and stuff, and maybe into comic books and things like that. So that's like one thing that they maybe bought while they were in University Town, and they saw it and they're like, oh my gosh, I need this. So they splurged on like the small amount of money they make at their part-time job, and they bought that like giant like cardboard cutout, their favorite like video game character or comic book character or something, something like cute and nerdy like that in like a good way. And Yeah, I do change like the wallpaper only in the bedroom just to kind of give them a bit more color and personality, but then I keep the rest of the house like the same. And yeah, I add in some of, like I said, the school pride sort of stuff. I add like the banners and like the posters and stuff like that, and just kind of clutter it up and make it feel like there's like, they don't have time to clean up all the time because they're so busy with school and work and a social life and, all the usual things like that. So the last priority is cleaning. But I do add in, I will say, I do add in hampers like towards the end of this, I think, and I also add in, like, of course, a washer and dryer. So if you don't want that, you can remove it and just use that space for something else. But I put it in like the living room by the door. And oh, like I mentioned, I do like this thing here where it's meant to be sort of like a storage space, like an outdoor like storage sort of thing. And I put very little stuff in it. I just decorate like the walls and like lights and stuff, and then I put in literally a keg and a foosball table because all that really could fit in it. I didn't want it to be too wide, so I just made it really tiny. But it was still routable. And yeah, that's pretty much it, I would say. I do have a slideshow coming up towards the end of this, so stay tuned for that. I always do some nice pics at the end to show the finished build. And if you do download this, let me know if you enjoy playing with it. If you do download this from Patreon, don't forget to give the post a like to let me know that you enjoy it. And, I would really appreciate it. I love to, just get some feedback knowing that people enjoy the builds that I make. But yeah, other than that, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as well. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already to see more of my content. And other than that, I hope you have a good one. Take care and bye.